So you need to find center of your door. Mine has pre-drilled holes here for the bracket, but you just measure over. An 8-foot door is 4 foot. And then I went straight off of that. So now that we've determined center, I got the level just this side of the mounting bracket for the garage door, and I'll level this up. And then check it with this level. And my golly, they're the same. I didn't think you could level on an angle. So now, I'll put a mark on the ceiling, and a mark right here. So when I install the board, I got a center line on the board, and just line it up between these two. So here's the block of wood we're mounting to the masonry surface. And then here is the garage rail bracket that we're mounting to the board. Here we've got some lag bolts, and they require a pilot hole. I'm using a 3/16 drill bit. Just go smaller in the shaft. Start small and then go bigger if needed. Then we have what's known as tapcons, and they come in different diameters. I've got the Phillips drive. You can get that in a hex drive. Then you're going to need a masonry bit, drill with a hammer feature. If you don't have the hammer, you're going to have a difficult time going through the concrete. Another thing I do, you get your board situated where you want, and then drill right through the wood and graze the concrete, then remove the board and continue drilling. Then install tapcon, snug it up, level the board where you want it, then drill right through the board and the concrete, and then secure with tapcons. Another aspect to be mindful of if you're drilling through the wood, make sure your bit's long enough to drill deep enough so your tapcon doesn't bottom out. And I touch the wood right there and it clears, it just clears. So make adjustment as needed. So with any large opening, they put in what's called a header. Now this is a continuous piece of solid concrete embedded with rebar. So when you're drilling, there's a chance you might run into rebar. And I'll show an example of that in this clip. Set your drill on hammer. Must have hit some rebar there. I couldn't drill a whole way in, so I just moved up a little bit. That thing really wants to slip on there. Got me a brand new one. It said these are made to slip, cam out, so you don't over tighten them. I don't know how true that is. See, just snug. And I have glue behind it, construction adhesive behind it. What he was trying to convey, if you go full force on the tapcon, masonry is brittle and there's more chance of stripping it out. It's not like wood where you can just keep powering it right in. So as soon as you snug up, let it go, leave it alone, and you're good. However, there are other anchors where you drill a hole and put an insert in, and when you put the screw in, it expands against the concrete, and those you can power drive tight. Let's see a replay of how to properly secure a tapcon. Just snug. I pre-drilled the 4 holes. lining it up with the hole and then backing the screw out. Tight against the wall and snug it up. Now drill the next 4 holes, install Tapcon. The adhesive is to keep everything secure and tight, because there's a lot of movement on the door rail, and over time, without the glue, these screws will jiggle and get loose in the concrete. Then you'll have a sloppy board. Now we're ready to install the bracket for the garage door rail system, which I'll show in the next video. I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Hope this has helped someone.